We're going to take a quick tour of LESS Software supply chain management applications that are built natively 100% on the Salesforce.com, Force.com platform. Our scenarios, we'll go through a few scenarios. We'll start with perhaps an opportunity where most people engage with their customers from an engagement point of view. And we have an opportunity here with an account, and we actually have multiple opportunities. We'll take you through some of the capabilities. So this is our first inflection point with a Salesforce.com environment, is our quotation tool. And we'll take a quick look at our quoting from an inventory position, be able to understand, available inventory, those kinds of things. So in this case, what we're really looking at is a quote breakdown by price of hardware, software, and services. So these are tangible goods and intangible goods. And in the hardware section, we can see the availability of the inventory. We're actually reading back into the inventory. We're pricing these goods and services in different ways. If I say I want to take the hardware and change that from a list minus, I could go cost plus, profit margin, list minus. So we'll set it as a profit margin, and if I set it for 23.5% and apply that, it's recalculating my customer price for me based on that percentage of margin, and it's adjusting obviously my quote price, but for most importantly for our customers is that gross profit amount and percentage. So a lot of our customers are compensating their reps based on gross profit and have rules outgoing about gross profit margin. So an excellent kind of tool to kind of look at that. There are functionality in the application for processing of upsells, for grouping, for pricing around. There's really 6 different ways to price a product. So simple tool. Available to the sales engagement team that updates the opportunities with the amount that we're rolling up from that quote to be able to see that, so we can help kind of understand maybe even roll up 1 versus roll up 2 could be goods and services or software and hardware, or however your organization thinks about it. In the second case, we have a little more complex scenario where we have a service contract along with the sale. So let's take a look at this particular case here. We have a quoting tool, still the LESS software quoting tool, but now we're talking about a contract. So we're talking about non-recurring fees for materials and time and of hardware. And we have recurring fees for goods and services. So this in this particular case, we're doing a quarterly billing contract over 12 quarters, and I have almost $159,000 worth of total contract value. Similar to our other quote that we looked at, we've got hardware section, but this particular hardware has options because it's a server, and now I'm talking about storage and memory and operating systems, and I'm pricing those options as appropriately to roll up to an entire piece, and then I have professional services that go along with that. So when I have converted my quotation process and sent that off to the customer, I create a service contract. So in this case, we have a service contract with our account for that 12 quarters, for that quarterly billing, when that billing is going to start. It's going to forecast when that billing is going to end, so I understand kind of what my current contract value is as we go through the fulfillment period of the contract. And interestingly enough, where we start to really differentiate ourselves in the marketplace is around at this product here. This particular product that we're servicing is a hardware product, obviously. And that is a serialized component, so we're using our serialized product. We're providing a calibration service on this particular serial number, so every once in a while we're going to go out and service that particular item either in-house, or we're going to go and dispatch someone to go service that. But the interesting thing about the serial number detail that the application provides for our customers is being able to really understand what's going on at the serial number level for an item. So this particular serial number is this product SKU. I bought it from this particular supplier on this purchase order, which is standard functionality for our application. I paid this amount. I shipped it and sold it to the customer on this sales order. So that sales order got priced. I invoiced them. I shipped it out via UPS via this tracking number, and this is all coming from our supply chain management application. So I really do know at the serial number what that margin level is, and it's being serviced on this service contract. So it is a kind of a closed loop system for buying that, for selling it on, and then servicing it once it's in the field. So I like to think about it that way. And then finally, when we think about another way to work in in the supply chain is in a drop ship mode. Now, drop ship fulfillment is complex to be able to understand cost of goods sold, understand supplier-partner relationships. So we have the ability to kind of deal with this in a little different way here. In this case, we are dealing with, because it's a drop ship fulfillment, I'm not thinking about the availability of inventory in my warehouse. I'm worried about who is the manufacturer and supplier of this. So we're using our supplier catalog information to be able to get item cost and then go through the same pricing exercise to get to that gross profit margin for our goods and services. But because this is drop ship fulfillment, when I convert this to a sales order, what the application is doing for our customers is creating those drop ship purchase order agreements with the subcontractor in a one-button click that is providing me those specific purchase orders for those goods and services to be drop shipped directly to the ship to address on the sales order. So there's nothing, that's a one-button click. It's all kind of, it's gone from opportunity to quote to purchase order through the fulfillment of these, as these things are shipped either through the suppliers or that, we're understanding that. So if the business needs a deposit up front to get started, in this case we created a $15,000 deposit up front. We've done some fulfillment here and shipped that $24.95 that's been actually taxed and consumed. So there is a tax service that is optional for our customers through Avalaire's AvaTax service to be able to get the goods and service taxed appropriately. So these things all work together in the single org. So you could do dropship fulfillment and inventory on the same sales order. You could provide a service contract as an addendum to a sales order to support and service. And then as you buy goods and services, not only for dropship fulfillment of your customer orders, but as you buy your own goods and services for your own consumption, the application includes a fixed asset management application. So we know where we bought it, what we bought, where is that asset currently deployed, how are we depreciating those assets over time to understand what the current book value is on the application, and we connect these depreciation schedules to your general accounting application. So that's a quick tour of our applications. We thank you for taking a quick look, and we look forward to chatting with you personally in the future. Thank you.